Hi everybody, welcome back to Shell Start Stitches. Hope you're all doing okay and have had a good week. It's horrible and raining here again today. It was lovely and sunny yesterday. So welcome back. Firstly, my sofa hasn't half changed colour. Just for info, we dyed one of my husband's tracksuit sets. It was light grey, and I think with anything like that, it just attracts stains and him dropping things down himself, chocolate and all sorts. So we dyed it black in the week with one of those in-wash dyes. And because we've got the light grey sofa, I was like, I don't want the dye coming off on the sofa when you're sitting on there. So he's put a black blanket down. Anyway, we digress. Welcome back. So I have had one delivery this week to show you. I've got completed item to show you, which you may have spotted, and yeah, what we're about to get cracking on. So we'll start with the obvious in the room. I have finished my Hexi Cardi, which I am now wearing for you. Here is my Hexi Cardi. If I try and sit up a bit on my knees, you might be able to see how long it is. So it's like a cropped cardigan. I didn't have enough for a longer length one. I definitely think I will do a longer length for my next one. It's not actually cold today and I'm already quite warm in this. So yeah, so colour wise, this is Encho Ocean. Then we've got Shells here. Excuse me, sorry. Then we've got Blissful Beach, which is at the ends as well. And then we've got more Encho, because I did order another, didn't I, from Weku's sale to add, and then this Ihawali to do the contrast edging there. So yeah, and if I turn around so you can see the back of me, hopefully we've just joined together with some Blissful Beach in the middle and some Encho Ocean. But yeah, so hopefully the colours go well together. I think they do. They're all sort of beach themed. Slightly baggy sleeves. The trouble for me is I could probably do with them being less baggy. I mean, that's the type of the pattern is for them to be baggy, and I've cinched them in at the end. But if I made the hexagon too much smaller, then I'd had to add a load in to the front anyway. And I did add into the front because this was kind of where the front originally stopped. So I did need to add in a portion. But yeah, so I gave it a little iron under a tea towel in the week because to flatten out the edges, because these are all trebles, and then I just did double crochet for the edging. But yeah, I'm going to take it off now because I'm too warm. I don't want to melt during this video. I can hold it up and show you it as well. But yeah, I'll show you the back. So you can see that's the back. There we go. So yeah, that is my first Hexi Cardi done. So yeah, pleased with that. It didn't really take long at all in the end. Just making sure I had enough colours and that I got my hexagons rather than my pentagons. Watch the previous video for that story. So that was all completed. What else did I do? So I haven't started anything new yet in the week. I've been doing the back of my Harry Potter blanket with just the house stripes. I've just needed something monotonous, backwards and forwards and double crochet. So I've nearly completed the second stripe of Gryffindor. So I'm doing each house colour twice through. So yeah, we're getting there, but that was just in between. So this is my bag ready. This is my Toft Crow Your Own bag, even though it's not a Crow Your Own, for the Callista Princess Parrot CAL that starts with Toft tomorrow, and all the colours we need. I have bought some balls, full balls obviously, from Toft of yarn, and then I've got sort of part used in here of all the colours I need. So I'm going to use up the part used colours first. That one's all come apart. Before I start on these full balls, because the quantities are really small for this. I think the most is about 14 grams in one colour in the sage, and And I think I've got, yeah, part used, or that's a brand new sage in here. But yeah, just want to try and use up stash really first before I start on the new full balls. So those are all the colours that we need in there. So that starts tomorrow. I might actually start today on that, sneak ahead, even though I don't know how many rows we're doing. I think we're doing sort of the first part of the body and the head, and then Kerry's going to do a tension check, which I've got my advent keyring for, so I think I'll just crack on for a bit because I'm likely to get behind at various points. So it's running from the 24th of April to the 5th of May. The pattern was a free download over their Easter weekend. If you got it, you can buy the kits online, so you can do it with or without beads, and you can buy the kit with or without beads. So yeah, I have got some deliveries to come. So I did place an order with Create and Craft on Friday because they had their birthday event, and I ordered the Lionel the Lima kit because he was a big thing in 2020 just before lockdown, and I missed that sort of point. I found Toft just after. I do have a Lionel patch because I bought it off one of the resale sites when somebody was selling one that they didn't collect, but I never got the pattern, etc. So I've ordered that. Toft are actually back on Create and Craft this Friday, the 28th of April, for a coronation special, Kerry has said. What that will entail, we're not too sure, because when we were at Q, she said no King Charles doll, because we did ask, but I wouldn't put it past Kerry to have created one after we were all asking, because that was back in March. But also, I'm not too sure what it will be, because if we order it on Friday with Create and Craft, it's not going to arrive in time to make for the coronation, if that makes sense, because we've got the bank holiday Monday, the 1st of May, and then obviously the coronation's on the Saturday, the 6th. So, yeah, not really sure. So we'll record that and watch that and see what that entails. I think it's lunchtime on Friday, sorry, 12 o'clock, but it is subject to change with Create and Craft. So we'll have a look at that. My photo, I sent in a photo of my Florence the Orca for this Friday's Toft screening on Create and Craft, and it was shown, so I'll try and pop that at the end, just to show you my Florence the Orca. But delivery, right, let's show you the delivery. So we had my Discrete Unicorn April box arrive, so I think probably most people will have received theirs, so this wouldn't be a spoiler, but just in case, this is the April Unicorn Club from Discrete Unicorn. So we shall open. So it says it is Frog Prints 2020, April 2023, and we'll open. So quick glimpse. Green tissue paper. So I'll show you the goodies that I've got before I show you the yarn. So firstly, we always get these, it looks like, because this is the first time I've subscribed this year. So we've got lemon and lime and raspberry surprise wax melts there. Little, can't really smell those ones through the bag this time. So yeah. Then we've also got, I'll try and take this out because I'm not sure you're going to be able to see it because it's in a little holographic bag. So our stitch marker. Let's get it out, that's better. This is a little froggy stitch marker there. He's got a little lobster clasp on him. He's got it through his eye. That's a bit painful. He's a one-eyed froggy because he's got the clip through his eye. Bless him. Ouch. So yeah, stitch marker. Then we also have, this is always normally a little sweet treat, a Cadbury Dairy Milk Freddo. Now, I'm an 80s child. These used to be like 5p when I was a kid. 25p it says up there now. Cost of living and inflation, eh? For a Freddo, 25p. That's how much cream eggs used to be. Like that sort of price. And they're now like 70p for one cream egg. There you go. I'm getting old now because I'm whinging about the cost of living. A little frog tape measure. Pull his eye. I don't think, I haven't yet sussed. I think this might not be one of them because normally you can pull them out and they stay. And then you push a button and they retract. but it doesn't seem to be one of those. It's just a pull out and hold and measure. That's all right. These are always handy because after a while I always tend to pull it out too far and break it, and it never goes back in. So I'm always going through those. And then finally the yarn. Look at that. And again, I'm still on a sparkle base with this. And this is called the Frog Prints. So yeah, look at that. So we've got pinks, greens, undyed or sort of cream. I don't know if you're catching the sparkle there, probably a little bit, you can see. Really lovely, really pleased with that. So that is April's club. So yeah, that's all that's arrived because I have actually been good, she said, until I ordered the Toft line or the Lima. I did also, Woolly Mama's died and was ready for Wonderwort Wales, but Cassie unfortunately has, I think, injured her foot, she said, hurt herself, so couldn't go. So she did a shop update last night at 7 o'clock on Woolly Mama's. So there's probably still some stock if you want to take a look, some really nice colourways. So I did purchase 4 skeins with Cassie at Woolly Mama's because I love it so much. I don't need it, but we ordered it. But that's about it really. Somebody did recommend an app called Knit a Note. It was on one of our groups. I think it was a Toft group. And it's basically a way to catalogue, if you want to, your yarn and patterns for makes. So you can sort of go through and go, what do I want to make next and what yarn do I need? I did try this before with a different app, so cataloguing my yarn. So you're taking a picture, you write the name of it, the quantity, etc. But it was quite labour intensive with the previous app. I can't remember which app it was I used. So I have downloaded this new Knit a Note. I might give it a try on my next day off work, my non-working day, this Friday. It would take me forever. I have got a lot of yarn, hand dye, really, specifically. But we might try it and give it a go and just see at cataloguing it. Then we might stop halfway through because it actually will then give me a shock as to how much hand dye I've got, and that I should stop buying. But yeah, I will let you know. I'll pop a link in to it if I can on the description. It's called Knit a Note. I think it's an American based app because it does immediately email you and try to get you to pay for a premium version, which isn't expensive, but it's like ad free and it's in dollars, so I'm like, nah. I'll see how we get on first. Yeah, so we'll try cataloguing and let you know how we get on. But yeah, I'm going to try and join the Callista CAL. I also want to try and do Ed's Imaginist, but I've got until the end of June, but that's going to come around really quick because we're already at the end of April. So I do need to crack on with that. But yeah, that is it from me. It's a rainy Sunday, so I'm just going to sit and do some crochet and watch some TV, I think. But yeah, that's kind of it from me. I'm kind of lost. Thank you all for watching. Hope you have a good week, and I will hopefully have all the goodies to show you next week. Hopefully we'll have had some nice deliveries, and then I can show you where I'm at with the crochet along as well. I will, while I'm doing the crochet along, post on my Instagram, which is myshelley24, because I'll be tagging Toft as well as we go. So if you want to see the progress during this week and you're on Instagram, do head over and follow me. Yeah, my tag is in the introduction to the videos at the top right hand corner. So yeah, if you want to see how it's going, if you want a sneak preview ahead of next week, I am going to try and maybe do some time-lapse videos if I can of me crocheting as well, and anything else really that you want to see. So do let me know if there's any how-tos you would like to see. But yeah, as always, thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.
Emailing in, even when we don't mention it in, or it's our birthday during the Toft shows. We've had one from Michelle to say she found you in, she made Florence in 2020 during lockdown, and she also says that just doing Toft projects really helped with a mindfulness and mental health during lockdown.
Absolutely, like it certainly did mine as we went through that period of that challenging year. That a lot of people, I think, get a lot of enjoyment from the pleasure of and satisfaction of completing a project like this and passing it on to somebody else. But it looks absolutely amazing, the Florence that's been made there.
Is there any kind of Toft club